Hey guys, welcome back to Samus Marine. Good day here. Got another new tool in, which is always a good time. But another thing is, bike is in. Summer is officially here. I went out for the first ride on my bike. Oh, can't wait to get more of that. Don't get distracted there. All right, let's go over here. So I got a job recently, and a guy asked me if I had a tool. It's called a carb sync tool, or vacuum gauge for carburetors and stuff. I used to use them a lot at the Yamaha dealer that I was at. We had a carb mate, or vacuum mate, I believe is what it was called. Well, so instead of 4 carbs like this on a Yamaha or Mercury motor, these are off of Merc, but they're the same carbs as a Yamaha. This is actually the backside. But there would be a manifold right here when you're looking at the motor, and on each manifold it has a little screw or a little bolt, a little 10 mil bolt. With that, you can plug in one of these guys here. Let's see if I can set that up. So in this case here, this is just an Amazon one here, but as you can see, it comes with this piece here, which measures the vacuum. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but it measures vacuum right there in the middle, and it has metal rods down at the bottom and the tubes at the top, and then you got these tubes here, and these guys, these brass guys, go into the screws on the manifold. And then you hook the tubes up to those screws, and then put it into this, and you start it up, and when you start it up, it shows a vacuum on these. These metal bars underneath will come up and hopefully all be level, but most of the time after you do a carb job, they're a little out of whack. You got to give everything a second to seat right. You got to rev it up a few times. But then, because you have 4 throttle plates, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbs. So you have 4 throttle plates. With this tool, and it's measuring vacuum, right? You can adjust each one of these screws to adjust the amount of vacuum. You want them all even. You don't want them diagonally, nothing like that. You want them all even, as close as you can get them right across this. So this guy here, he is individual. This one here is individual, and so is this one. This one here, so all these are individual. So you'd usually adjust all 3 of these carbs to this one, the bottom one. Why you're going to do that is because this adjustment is your idle. It's your idle speed. So it actually moves this throttle plate as well as all 3 of those. So what you have to do is you fire it up, see where it is on there. If they're all even or if they're all out of whack, you usually start from the top, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And with that, you put it in 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if 1 is low and 2 is a little bit low and 3 is almost close and close to 4, you want to bring 1 and 2 and 3 up to number 4, which may bring up your idle. And then you're gonna go to your number 4, which is this carb, right? And you're gonna turn the idle down, you're gonna turn your RPM down, overall idle. And most motors tell you what they should idle at. With that, I think it's most Yamahas, I think they're right around like 900 RPM, 800 RPM. Big V8s, stuff like that, they're different. They can use a vacuum gauge as well. You can kind of use that as a tool, another tool. But the vacuum gauge is especially good for multiple carbs. I use them in the marine world a lot. You might see especially crotch rockets and stuff that have multiple carburetors, guys will use them on them to see how they sync up. Like that could be the difference between like it hanging, if you've ever revved up a motor and like hit the throttle, then let out, and it goes, whoa, and it doesn't go down fast enough. That's because the throttle plates aren't exactly 100% closing the way that they should altogether. That means that some are open and some are closed, which is fine. But you use these guys to get them dialed in. Any professional technician should have a vacuum gauge if they're doing multiple carbs especially. Not saying that people can't tune by ear, because a lot of people do, and a lot of the older guys do. Some of them very talented, some of them aren't. I prefer to go off a gauge. Yeah, I can tell by ear most of the time, but it's just a extra precaution. You're reading something that is pretty simple. So yeah. So that's the new tool of the shop. I just wanted to show you guys that. I will show you more on that in a later video. On actually, like I'll do a video on this set of carbs. Right now I'm getting them cleaned. The 3 and 4 carburetor, the number 3 and 4 carb, their floats are stuck. And how you can tell is around here, and you blow, and you can't blow any air. You go up to the number 1 carb, because that's the easiest one for me to go. I don't know if you guys could hear that at all, but there's actually air going through it. So, guys, please, when you winterize your stuff, I know it's difficult to get to these, specifically these two carb drain bolts. Please don't be lazy and just do these two on these two top carbs. I know it's hard, but you got to do these two, and then you got to use it, or it'll crust up and look like crap. I'm actually about to pull the carbs apart and put new needles and seats in them, specifically for this problem, because the boat ran good for 5 minutes, then didn't. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the new tool to the shop. If you guys have any multiple carbs and stuff, and you're just like, I don't know if I want a backyard mechanic or whatever you guys think of me to work on it, well, don't think that. Any tool that I need to be super professional, I either pick up or have. I try to have everything so people get the best quality and they don't pay out the ears. And that's what I'm kind of going for in this line. And I want to give you guys the best quality that I physically can. So picking up tools and stuff like that, it's making me better as a technician, right? So, all right. Well, like I say, I'll let you know how I'm going to use it in a day or two. This week at some point. I know that. But, yeah, overall tool thus far that showed up. It has a hard case. Nice packaging and everything. It comes with a little notebook on how you can use it and everything. Yeah. Everything's looking pretty good in that kit. But I'll let you guys know exactly how and what I think of it. But until then, stay frosty. We'll see you guys in the next one. So there you go, guys. I may have got a little premature on the carb review carb sync tool. I checked out, but we ended up doing the job a little earlier than intended. I didn't make up, there was a little bit of rush, so I didn't get too much of a video. As you've seen, you got about 10 seconds, and you've seen that these rods, here, let's flip this guy around. These rods down in here, they're fluctuating back and forth, and they're all very similar, and that's what you're going for. I never got to show you how to adjust it and stuff like that, but like the one was way up here than the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And you just got to kind of all bring them to one area. Now, what's the review on? I'm actually pretty impressed on it. Obviously, there's some vacuum gauges and stuff like that out there that you have to, that work just as good, I'd imagine. They're just gauges, round gauges that you plug into hoses, kind of like this one. And it works good, but you have to zero them sometimes under pressure, and I didn't want to deal with that hassle, nor did I want to have to set up something and every time and stuff like that. So this worked pretty good. It has no zeroing or anything. Like, it's zeroed right from the word go, and it works as it should. It worked really good on that motor. It made it run 1,000,000 times better than before. Obviously, there's carb cleaning and stuff like that, but it definitely cleared up, got it to be where it should be, which is good. And then, yeah, that's about the review. I would say for $150 I paid for that tool off of Amazon, it worked really good compared to what I'm used to. I used to use the Checkmate, or the Carb Mate, sorry. And it had a tendency to work really good, but it was $1,000 for me to buy it from my shop. So $1,000, $150. Is the Checkmate close to 10 times better than this? No, not whatsoever. But we will obviously get more use out of this and see what the longevity is, because the Checkmate, with it being digital and stuff like that, it seemed to last a really long time with the place that I was at. They had it for years. This I've had for a couple weeks, and it's done one job. And the one job that it's done is done really well. So far so good. I'll keep you guys updated in the future if anything goes wrong, but if I can buy this tool 10 times before I have to buy the Checkmate, I probably would do that. So I recommend it to any shop out there, any small shop, heck, any big shop out there that maybe just kind of like has an ear for dialing stuff in. It's not the way that you want to do things, right? You want to do them right, and you want to be able to show the customer, God forbid that they ever come down and they're just like, oh, how do you tune it? And you're just like, by ear. They're going to seem a little questionable when you can just show them with a gauge. So there's that portion of it too. So rating out of 10, I probably give it a 7. It could be a little bit better, but it works pretty good overall. But yeah, this time for sure, I will catch you in the next one. It's been a slice.